Greetings, fellow Earthlings. I'm Neil, and here you can see is a page from Reddit writing prompts, and this is about the author's book, like the Reddit users, and they had published a book. So, for example, you can check out this the one that about 1,000 awesome writing prompts, which is this book. In the subreddit writing prompts, there are multiple ways to engage in the community. You can either join the Discord server or just submit your own writing prompt or write something for someone else's writing prompts. And then you can give them an upvote and then comment below and saying like you like their writing or like their prompts or whatsoever. However, if you wanted to know what kinds of writing prompts are especially popular like within the subreddit, you can check out this book. Because if you just simply browse through the Reddit writing prompts community, you will see like there are the basic writing prompts, or the flash fiction prompts, or random item prompts, or constrained writing prompts. And like, so for example, if you want to analyze something, like for example, if you are conducting a research into a particular field or whatever, first you need to gather data, right? So you wanted to know, probably for the past months or past 6 months, what kinds of writing prompts about what genre are particularly interesting or have the most amount of upvotes in the community. So you might want to try this book. This is definitely a good resource for you to get your inspirations flowing or something like that. Because in this book, the writer basically collected or put together some of the writing prompts. So before you want to engage with the community, at least you might want to learn some of the rules and the gists, right? But of course, you don't have to constrain yourself within a single book. There are multiple books out there all about writing prompts, and there are more writing communities out there, like in Tumblr or in certain forums. You can check out those as well. So if you wanted to engage, like if you think you might not get a better audience or like good literary critique from the audience, you might want to try out some of the other writing communities where you can like critique each other's work, so you can get feedback in that way. Yeah. And by the way, if you're interested in Reddit or wanting to read more about it, like there are more books about it as well, and also research. You can go to Google Scholar and use the particular phrase Reddit or something like that, and you can get a list of dissertations or essays on that. And we are the nerds, basically this book just tells little bit about the, it calls the Reddit the Internet Culture Laboratory, which is quite interesting. And also there are also books like about Ask Me Anything, if you know about the other subreddit communities as well. So Ask Me Anything basically is just like someone who has a particular knowledge in a certain field, and other Redditors can ask him her a question, and then they will provide an answer. And there is a collection of that as well. And there are also other collections. If you're interested, you can just try to check them out. So if you want to post a writing prompt in the writing prompt community, you first need to add an interesting title. And before you write anything, make sure that you follow the formats of the community, which you can check out the rules and other things. Basically, you have to put a WP in this column or brackets, or square brackets, or like whatever brackets. Basically, just it's short for or abbreviation of writing prompts. So basically, the other Redditors who read your post will know that this is a simple writing prompt. And we are all creative. The human race or Homo sapiens are born to be. Well, I don't really want to talk about like fatalism or something, or whatever kinds of idealism. Basically, like we all have a story within us. we can all become good storytellers, and we have this creativity inside of us somewhere. It is imbued as or part of our genetic makeup. So basically, you can just think about the particular fields that you're interested in. Maybe you're interested in Raspberry Pi or computer sciences, and then your writing prompts can be something relevant to that, or a reference to that, or whatever. If you're interested in like superheroes, yeah, if you just check out some of the other writing prompts, you will get a general idea of what kinds of posts gets the most amount of views or whatever, and then you can just try to adapt your ideas to that particular set of ideas. And also, while we are writing the particular writing prompts, we have to be conscious of a few things. So for example, what are the sensitive topics out there? So basically we shouldn't, so in our writing prompt, we shouldn't talk about anything like laboratories or viruses, because now that is like the kind of the sensitive issues out there. Because like this kind of, if you actually write something like that, your content might get instantly banned or whatever. So if if you are serious about content creation or something like that, you have to consider your branding and whatever. There are multiple YouTube videos out there about that, and also particular books telling you how to start quote unquote a successful YouTube career or whatever. You have to treat it as a business or whatever. You have to be like serious and conscious about a few things. And like if you want to mimic some of the older writing prompts, you have to be careful, because reposts sometimes are taken rather seriously in different subreddits. Yeah, so that's another thing to be mindful of. So you can see, like, I had thought about a writing prompt, like following the satellite map of an old gold rush route, the United States, the Bonanza eras, where everyone rushes to the south or whatever, Pennsylvania or something like that, other states, to trying to dig for gold. And then you are like driving on a 4x4 ATV, the all-terrain vehicles, basically a quad bike, full view bike. The metal detectors, because like I had watched a YouTube video or like a news yesterday on the r/news subreddit. It says like someone had literally found a cache of gold in his backyard, something like that, with a metal detector. And also, if you're interested in the in metal detecting enthusiasts, whatever, you can try to find some of their discourse out there. And then, so basically, like, I'm thinking this person is trying to find gold or find something, scraps of metal, on this old route, right, long abandoned. And then he has like these metal detectors on both sides of the vehicle, and then it suddenly starts to beep incessantly, which indicates that he might find something, Bonanza or Vala or something like that. So in the writing prompt subreddit, I found a good post that was like posted about 3 hours ago, and is about Dungeons and Dragons, which is something that I'm quite interested in. Though disclaimer, I'm fairly new to D&D, so only had a few sessions and several DMs, so I might get a few things wrong. So anyway, I found this post, and it's posted like 3 hours ago, and it has like something like 60 something upvotes and not a lot of comments. So I just wrote something about it. So basically, this is it. I'm thinking like it's like after a D&D session that I'm going back home, and then like and then this character of mine this character in this particular piece of writing, he's listening to music, and that's the I am the overlord, and it's in quotes. So that's the lyric, and then the heavy metal reverbs around my ears as I began the decline. In the mountainous road, I twisted and moved my body to the rhythm of the dark cabaret, which is a particular genre of music that I'm quite fond of. And then just writing something like that. I don't know. Maybe like it's difficult to say though, because like every time that you write something and you post something on Reddit, you like no one can be sure and can be certain that just how much apples or something with public exposure you're gonna get. So what you can do is consistent practice and time and dedication. Basically, you're just going to write more and attune yourself more to the interesting, like something that might be particularly interesting to others, like different keywords or different genres or different type of things or different information. And then basically you're just trying to get, trying to hit the sweet spots in the reader's heart or mind or whatever. And anyway, that's it for this episode. I did wrote something, and by the way, like if you wanted to post like writing prompt, it has to be more than 200 words or characters or 200 words. Otherwise, unless you specify it as a poem or something like that. And anyway, thanks for watching. I guess I will see you next time.